Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. It is about lifestyle more than anything else. If you haven't checked this out yet, go to InShapeNetwork.com. Check it out. There you can find all original health programming, Health on Demand, of course, our show here, and then our television show that's in 52 million homes, syndicated around the country. You can catch our show there, plus original health programming that we're putting together, all for you, to be able to teach you and educate you and help you go to that next level with your health and with your life. We're going to kick off with an email that came in, brought to you by Step One Foods. If you haven't checked them out, go to steponefoods.com. And they've got certain products that help the heart, great with cholesterol, but they've got a natural whole food bar that they have seen cholesterol drop almost 40 points just by eating. It's like a snack bar. It's like a whole food, almost like a food bar. And it tastes amazing. Get the chocolate one. That's the one I like. Tommy in Casper, Wyoming says, my daughter was just diagnosed with Addison's disease. Can you tell me about it, and what do we need to do to help her? Well, when you're having the Addison's disease, one of the challenges you have to focus on is you have to look at the lab work. You want to make sure that what levels are in the body, how the blood is functioning, and then, of course, with whatever the physician wants you to do. I mean, that's one of the biggest issues that you're facing. And, of course, the adrenal glands are being affected in a great way. And again, when they're not producing enough of the hormones, that's when the body can really be taxed. And it's very, very common. So when the hormones can't function well, and your body can't function well, and there's chronic adrenal insufficiency, so your adrenal glands help provide the body with a lot of energy. So it's kind of like your energy tank gets low. People get exhausted and they can't really function well. So you want to undergo, if you want to undergo the medical treatment side, you just want to follow, obviously, what your doctor's doing. But from the meantime, there's a lot of natural things that you can be doing to support your body. One of those, which I think is vitally important, is making sure that you get enough of the dark leafy greens. You also want to get plenty of lean quality protein sources like chicken, fish, beef, or eggs. Getting that in on a regular basis is key. It's vital. And you want to make sure you're getting it in consistently. Because if you're not getting enough of these foods in, that's what creates a lot of the challenges, and that's what you want to focus on. So, and also don't forget healthy fats, your almonds, your walnuts, your cashews, your avocados. And V5, vitamin B5, is a big one too for the adrenals, that and vitamin C. Those two to help build up the system is important. But go on the lab work, go on the test results. There's several different tests that can be done. You want to have that looked at, and of course, it takes time. I mean, Addison's has to be treated. So it's one of those that you definitely don't want to let go. So, I mean, again, I'm a big fan of standard medical treatment on that, along with good natural support to help along the way. All right, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. You go to InShapeNetwork.com. Now, let's go to the phones and talk to Lee. Hi, Lee.
Granddaughter don't want to eat. Don't eat. Nothing but a little piece of meat or something, but she won't eat. What's wrong when you don't want to eat?
I'll tell you, sometimes with kids, you just can't force it. I mean, that's the key. I mean, sometimes kids get finicky, they get picky. Now, I've been around some pediatricians that really lay down the law. I mean, they're old school, and they'll just say, well, if you don't eat what's cooked for the meal, then you don't eat. Then they get hungry, then they'll eat whatever because they're so hungry. And that's one way to kind of break some of that. But then again, if she's really not hungry and has no appetite, then you need to get her checked out. You need to take her to a pediatrician and have them look and see if there's anything that could be causing that. There could be some health challenges going on in the body that need to be looked at. But at some level, I would just, again, I would always go to her pediatrician first on that, because it depends on certain kids at certain ages. They don't really know how to communicate what's going on or what they're feeling. I mean, it could be depression that could be causing no appetite. See, there's so many different areas that could be affected. You want to get that looked at first to make sure you know exactly what's going on. That's the key. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website, InShapeNetwork.com. Foods that can help cut some of your colon cancer risk. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved a new drug for metastatic colon cancer, and it's called Lonsurf. And Lonsurf is a combination of two drugs that its most common side effect are life-threatening anemia, which is a disease infection finding white blood cells and blood platelets, physical weakness, and extreme fatigue. Also, nausea, decreased appetite, diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and fever. So the drug maker announced the approval, and of course it's been in randomized double-blind studies. They've had all of that done. But the National Cancer Institute says colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States. Lung cancer is number one. And the primary driver of colon cancer is the Western diet. So in a study published recently in the Journal of Nutrition, researchers noted that a diet contributes to 50 to 90% of colon cancer cases. That's the truth. So let's talk about some foods that help fight colon cancer. Number one, nuts. This is one of my favorites. They did a huge analysis, and when you eat nuts on a regular basis, almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados, you cut your colon cancer risk by 24%, period. That's a big one. Leafy greens. They're rich in magnesium, and they did a big study on this in European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, said the average intake of magnesium was associated with 11% reduction in the colorectal cancer risk. And for every 50 milligrams per day of increase in magnesium, you cut colon cancer risk by 7%. So there's a lot of other good foods you can have that are really good sources. So you got cacao, which is like cocoa in a way, dried seaweed, broccoli, beans, lentils, whole grains, almonds, cashews, sesame seeds, and avocados. Prunes are another good one too. They did a study at Texas A&M and the University of North Carolina, and they showed that having a diet containing dried plums can positively affect your microbacteria or gut bacteria. And the authors believe that promoting retention of good bacteria throughout the colon can be helpful. Turmeric is really good too. So curcumin from the turmeric is a powerful antioxidant or anti-cancer nutrient. Lab testing has proven this. They have shown where the management of colon cancer, especially in tumors, are resistant to the conventional chemotherapy. It's been called an important candidate for colon cancer prevention. Pineapple is another great one, primarily in the core of the pineapple, and it's been found to be superior in the toxic chemotherapy agent, helping with 5-fluorouracil, and an anti-tumor agent in research studies. Kimchi is another good one. It's almost like a cabbage. It's a fermented cabbage used in Korean foods. Green tea and parsley, those are fantastic as well. Amazing 20% reduction of colon cancer just for that. Grapes are another big one. And they've been used, signaling the pathway activated over 85% of colon cancers. They've got resveratrol loaded in the dark grapes that are amazing. And black seed. So black seed extract compares to a lot of the components that we see. So black seed
Want to turn back the clock 15 years and have more energy? This is Dr. Raisa telling you to just breathe with LiveO2. LiveO2 delivers the right amount of oxygen we need for optimal health. Go to liveO2.com. That's liveO2.com.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Welcome back to the show. Check us out on the web. This is On Call Radio. You can find us at InShapeNetwork.com. It's all health on demand digital network. You can watch it on your smartphone. Our television show that's on every single day with 52 million homes in about 250 markets. And our radio show, you can catch the recap or listen to it live right there at the network. So it's a great tool to be able to help you get all the information and content that you need to really begin to thrive with your health. That is what it's all about. Let's go to Karen. Hi, Karen.
And I have high blood pressure and some blocked arteries. I guess they go arteriosclerosis. I am on metoprolol, and I'm on amlodipine and protropine. I take 100 of the metoprolol and amlodipine. I take 5 milligrams per day. These have mind, mood changes, and it makes you kind of, not kind of like kind of a bland person that don't have a lot of feeling. And I like to know how I can reduce this, possibly get off. I take many, many vitamins. I take the vitamin D. I take vitamin C. I take D3. I take also the statin drugs like krill oil.
Well, if you're okay, so that's all the things you're taking. You're taking a lot of things, but you're taking a lot of medications. Now, you've got to back up for just a second. All right. More than anything, your lifestyle is the key. I mean, no matter what, no matter how many medications you're taking or even how many supplements you're taking, if your lifestyle is not right, nothing's going to be right. There's no supplement that can just come in and radically transform everything. You have to have a good foundation. Now, supplements help, and they're a great addition to, but your lifestyle has to be right. And that's the key. So first things first, always, always, always get your eating right. Okay, now with blood pressure, we always get hung up on salt and sodium. But I want you to think about a couple of things. I want you to think about what you can do to build a better baseline. Okay, equal amounts of lean protein sources like chicken, fish, beef, or eggs, low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, and good healthy fats. Your almonds, your walnuts, your cashews, your avocados, those kind of foods are what's going to make the biggest difference. So I want to encourage you to eat those on a regular basis. I like 5 to 6 meals spread throughout the day. Then you want to look at a couple of other things. One that I like to look at, and this is important, is to make sure that you're getting plenty of fluids. And I mean, of course, water, half your body weight, is important, but then also exercise. Blood pressure is real big with exercise. And one of the best that I've found in a lot of the research studies, of course, walking makes a big difference. And we know that losing just 5 pounds, even if you have 30 pounds to lose, is enough to create a significant drop in blood pressure. But I like rebounding. Rebounding is jumping up and down on a mini trampoline, and which gives you great settings to be able to build a good game plan around it. So that's what I would focus on more than anything. So you jump up and down mini trampolines called rebounding, 5 minutes a day up to 20 minutes a day, helps to lower blood pressure. And all the Harvard studies have said this. And they've got many studies that have done has shown that rebounding creates this pumping mechanism that pumps the lymphatic system. And when that happens, it really makes a difference in the blood pressure. And plus, celery juice, which actually is a great natural form of sodium, is a way to go in and actually support the body, believe it or not. And it sounds like, well, I can't drink celery juice because it's going to raise my blood pressure. They did studies with celery juice and found that it actually lowered the blood pressure. What happens is it goes in and it supports the adrenal system. And when you support the adrenal glands, which are the body's stress glands, it can make a big difference. So those are a couple tips that can help when you're dealing with blood pressure. Don't forget garlic, too. Garlic has been used for quite some time. Even a clove or two of garlic a day can help to get your blood pressure down in check. It works on it in a very unique way with our physiology. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website InShapeNetwork.com. Are you drinking your green tea? I hope you are. Green tea is one of my favorites. Drinking it always is one of my keys. 65% reduction in cancer across the board. Better focus and just overall fat loss. It's one of the only proven things that we know that actually melts away belly fat and body fat. Well, I use what's called matcha green tea. You can find it at Matcha Organics. It's MATCHA, matchaorganics.com. It's one of my favorites. It's the best quality organic green tea I have found. And you can mix it in with smoothies and bake with it. It's just pretty amazing. Go to matchagreenti.com. Click on the banner right there at the website, InShape Network, and you'll get 10% off. They're great. Great folks over there. Well, Jake at Independence, Ohio, he says, what's better, juicing or blending? Well, personally, I like blending. I like it because it keeps everything there. And it keeps everything together. And if I'm going to throw something in there, I just like to throw the whole thing in and get all of it. I don't want to waste any of it. Now, not that juicing's bad. There's great concepts for juicing. I'm more of a blending kind of guy. I like a Vitamix blender, throw everything in there and just go at it. Just turn it on and just let it grind everything. Ways to support low back pain. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, and some fat loss and weight loss tips coming up. And if you suffer with bipolar, depression, anxiety, any of those, we've got some great natural solutions for that. You're listening to On Call Radio. Check us out, In Shape Network.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
That's InShapeNetwork.com. All health on demand for you. If you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do, all this nutrition and the lifestyle-based care we talk about, go to the website, InShapeNetwork.com. You want to be in shape, you want to live in shape. My coach used to tell me, it's time to get in shape for the season. And you see people say all the time, you got to get ready for the bikini season and all that. But what about life? What about daily life every single day? You got to get your mind in shape, your body in shape. You want to stay in shape so that you stay healthy and have your vitality so that you can thrive. That's what we're all about. We're building an army of shows and programs to get out, to be able to educate you, help you, equip you to really begin to thrive in your health. Got our food of the hour, and of course I like to highlight different foods. Food either brings health to the body or it takes health out of the body. So again, our choices will determine the kind of health we're going to have. So you have to make the right kind of choices, and that's very important. So we're talking about balsamic vinegar. Now, remember, the body doesn't know the difference between baked chicken and fried chicken or French fries and broccoli. Just doesn't know the difference. So we do, and so we want to make the best choices and the right choices each day. So made from grapes, balsamic vinegar is known for its rich flavor and black color. It's fermented in wooden barrels, much like wine. And the taste of balsamic vinegar intensifies the longer that it's aged. And it's low in calories. Little goes a long way. A tablespoon of or less when adding balsamic vinegar to salad dressings or sauces does a lot. And it helps to normalize blood pressure. Listen to some of these keys of what it does. So a new study actually showed that it reduces the hardening of the arteries, known as atherosclerosis. And because of it, balsamic vinegar also lowers and stabilizes blood pressure levels. A new study shows that those who regularly consumed vinegar exhibited a lower systolic blood pressure levels. That's the top number. However, further study on humans need to be looked at. But what's interesting is it stabilizes cholesterol levels. So low-density lipoprotein cholesterol causes a lot of the hardened, clogged, and blocked arteries. In a 2010 study, they looked at it, and they found that the lower density cholesterol, the LDL, was lowered quite a bit. And it keeps your glucose level steady as well. So foods are categorized as low or high on the glycemic index based on how drastic an effect they have on your blood sugar levels. The foods low in the glycemic index will not cause spikes in your blood glucose levels, for the most part, and it's very low. which is great about it. So, I mean, it's one of those foods that it's a superfood. And even when we put people on lifestyle plans, certain eating plans, I'm really, really big on balsamic vinegar. I mean, it's one of those that you can always use with olive oil on salads. There's great benefits from it. Your body really does well with it. Plus, it helps digestion. It's very, very good in the digestive process. So even a couple tablespoons a day over a great salad, or even in some mixed vegetables, can really help. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. I get asked a lot about what kind of protein powder I use. And when we talk about protein sources, chicken, fish, beef, or eggs, all those are important. I do about 2 to 3 shakes a day due to my schedule and convenience. So I always looked for a protein powder that was extremely high quality. Now, we make several, but there's one that I found that really has topped everybody. It's called One World Whey. Check them out, oneworldwhey.com. I really rant and rave about it. It's from hormone-free, antibiotic-free cattle, from cows, and it's amazing at the quality. I mean, I noticed the difference even from my recovery and working out. My immune system, I feel like my immune system is stronger, energy levels are better. And it's just become one of my favorites, so I'm just a big fan. So go to oneworldwhey.com, check it out. One of those great, great new tools I just found, and I use it each and every day. Fantastic. 888-283-7272. And the flu season is it seems like it's always in the fall, right? Cold and flu season. But your immune system can drop any time, and people get the flu at various times throughout the year. A lot of times the virus can be in heavier situations than others, but there's some ways naturally that have been shown to support the body. Now, whether you get the flu shot or not, personal preference, it does help with certain strands of the flu. The challenge a lot of people have with it is that it doesn't get all of it. And so that's where you have to be a little bit, you have to understand how that works. But there's a couple of helpful pieces and options to really be able to work on your immune system to build it up. Number one is vitamin D3. It's usually, great studies are behind it, just how it builds and supports the immune system. So most docs now are talking about vitamin D and what it can do. It actually goes in and helps support the immune system. Traditionally, we received our vitamin D from the sun, but of course, because now we're indoors so much, we just don't get enough of it. And vitamin D supplementation is very inexpensive, easy to do, and you can check with a simple blood test from your doctor to see what your numbers are and how to keep it at its best level. Probiotics are another good one. And we get this from our food, but a lot of times you want to look at getting it from a supplement. I like that. Theralac is one of my favorite. I use Theralac.com. You can check it out. But that's probably one of the best probiotics I've ever seen. And billions of microorganisms reside in our digestive tract. But if we don't have the right kind of bacteria, then our hormone systems won't work right, our digestive system won't work right, our immune system won't work right. Body just doesn't work right. So you can actually get it from certain foods like raw sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt, kefir, and other fermented foods. But, supplements are the easy way to go. Green tea is another one. So if you're looking to boost your immune system, don't forget about green tea. It enhances your T cell function. These are the fighting cells in the body and the immune system. There was a study done in 2011. It was a Japanese study with children, and they were given about 5 cups of green tea a day. They had a lower susceptibility to influenza, they said, in this study. So the EGCG, which is a component in green tea, it's a potent antioxidant offering numerous health benefits to the brain, heart, bones, eyes, and other body parts. So it's been used, of course, green tea is a staple in Japan and China. And so it's just one of those keys that, of course, I'm a big fan of green tea. Big fan of green tea. My favorite one is matcha green tea. It's a certain type of green tea, but it's very strong and it's very potent, and really the benefits are amazing. So if you go to matchaorganics.com, check them out. The matcha green tea, it's what I take personally every day. Love it. One of my favorites. Elderberry is another one. So they call it almost the celebrity of the immune system just for what it does. But the elderberry extract has been shown to inhibit several forms of bacteria and viruses that can be extremely important for supporting the immune system. Echinacea is another one too. Old school, but it's been around forever. Czech Republic researchers did a study on an echinacea beverage, and they compared it to some standard medications and what it did against maybe different viruses, including the flu virus. And they found that echinacea produced fewer complications in certain instances and was somewhat helpful to building the immune system. So it's kind of like these natural ways, are they a gold standard? Well, not so much, but they've shown to have some benefit to building the immune system, and that's really the key of what we're looking for here. And that's really what you want to look at all the way around, is just have a good system of eating well, maybe supplements that you use, exercise routine, and building a good overall lifestyle to support keeping the immune system strong while you're looking to build it up on a regular basis. That's the key. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You're listening to On Call Radio right here on the InShape Network. If you haven't found one of our lifestyle providers, healthcare providers in your area that believe the same way we do, check out the website. They can take you by the hand, help you create a lifestyle plan just for you. It's personalized. They can do lab work. They can figure out nutritionally what your body needs. Go to InShapeNetwork.com and check it out. Let's go to Bill. Hi, Bill.
The question I have is, my finger is not swollen, but a little bit more inflamed, and my finger, sometimes it's my ring finger, my left hand. Sometimes I can't. I almost have to pry it open in the mornings, almost as if it's a trigger finger, or maybe it's arthritis or some inflation. So that's wondered what there is that I might be able to do to help that out.
Okay, one of the keys you got to look at, and again with a finger, usually it's a mineral deficiency, and believe it or not, it can be something so simple as magnesium. Now it's probably one of the most deficient minerals that we have. It's like a wonder mineral for what it does in the body, and we just don't get enough of it. So you get a lot of it in dark leafy greens, which I'm a huge proponent of. I mean, getting enough of the leafy greens in each day is a huge piece. So you want to make sure that you can do that. And one of the keys you want to focus on for the dark leafy greens is put it in smoothies. I like taking spinach or kale and putting it in a blender, going with a smoothie. That always is a great way to do it. You can do supplementation too, but I would get a blood test done. So if you're having this recurrent issue, I don't like guessing. I like knowing, okay? And knowledge is power, right? So if you know, you can make the right moves. And that's why it's important. I would get some lab work done with your physician. They can check some nutritional labs, or you can get with our lifestyle providers, and they can get some nutritional labs done to check and see what your values are. And then that way you can learn if you need more supplementation, or if there's certain other minerals like boron or calcium, things you're not getting, or vitamin D or whatever. And then you have a game plan. You can be strategic, not just guess. So that's always a good reason to go for that. We'll be right back. 888-283-7272.
Want to turn back the clock 15 years and have more energy? This is Dr. Raisa telling you to just breathe with LiveO2. LiveO2 delivers the right amount of oxygen we need for optimal health. Go to liveO2.com. That's liveO2.com.
Are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Welcome back to the show. Check us out on the web. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. That's InShapeNetwork.com. It's all about getting in shape, about living healthy and living the life you were designed to live. Remember, you don't have to be stuck where you are. I mean, really, you can go to the next level with your health in your life, but it's all about understanding what it takes to get there. Your health is really your greatest wealth. So the choices we make every single day can and will determine the kind of health we're going to have tomorrow. So go to the website, InShapeNetwork.com. If you haven't found a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do, just go to the website. You can find someone there that can help you along the way. So stress is a big killer, right? We know that. We know stress puts a big strain on our health, and it causes us to gain weight, causes us to not function as well. It causes us to have all kinds of health challenges, whether it be mental or heart issues, blood pressure, whatever it might be. So how do we handle stress? Well, if you're in a high-stress job or high-stress life, maybe bad relationships or whatever it is, it's vital for people with high-stress occupations to address their lifestyle issues. I mean, you have to. So much of what we find can be anchored in stress. And so job stress is a pretty big factor. Life stress at family and home, that's another big one. But a lot of researchers have found that more than 4% of overall strokes have been caused by high-stress jobs and high-stress situations. 58% more likely to have a stroke or blood clot for those people with high-stress jobs versus those with low-stress jobs. You believe that? So if you're in a high-stress job, your chances of having a stroke, 58%. So what do you do? I mean, you've got to have other lifestyle factors that offset that. I mean, obviously, if you can quit your job or go find a different one, that's for sure. But is that really the best option for you if you're trying to earn a living and maybe you're in an occupation that you've worked really hard to be in? So is that really the best option? Well, I could tell you 3 keys. I'm going to give you 3 keys that'll help you with stress. Okay? Number 1 is exercise. We are not moving. We're sitting all day. And even if you walk around in your job and you pace and you move around, you're still not getting the help that you need. So one of the keys that you have to look at, and this is extremely important, one of the keys you have to look at in exercise is your consistency. And I mean, if you're not being consistent, just start out with 10 minutes a day. Start out with 10 minutes walking, jogging, riding a bike, whatever it is, but be consistent. Do it 6 days a week. And just tell yourself, I only have to do 10 minutes. I'll go out and do 10 minutes a day. I'll do my 10 minutes and be consistent with it and watch what can happen with your health. It is amazing. Number 2, if you've got a high-stress job, is you have to make sure your diet is right. Eating is vital. And so if you have to pack your lunches, you have to eat multiple times throughout the day, because one of the big challenges people have with high-stress jobs is they don't eat. They'll drink coffee, they eat donuts, they just eat something to get them by, to keep them pushing through, to keep working and keep that pace up. And it's that pace and that high level of pace within the stress of the job that really can wear you out. So that's the big key with all of it that you have to focus on. So it's making sure that you're consistent with your eating habits, and that is first and foremost. And then the third one, and this, if you have a high stress job and you're not sleeping, that's the one you've got to be really concerned about. Because if you're not sleeping well and you have a lot going on, stress levels are extremely high, you have deadlines and things that you have to meet. If you're not sleeping, it could be a huge detriment to your health. Most people need about 7 to 9 hours to sleep a day. So if you're waking up a lot during the night, you might have a serotonin issue. There might be something going on brain chemistry-wise. And nutrition can help correct that. Many times it's simply nutritional deficiencies that the body has developed over time that are causing that not to work well. That's what you have to look at, and that's what you have to be concerned with. So I would look at that overall and see exactly what's happening, because when your stress levels are high, usually, and I mean typically when your stress levels are high like that, stroke is can be right around the corner, and you don't want that prolonged. That's what one of the big keys is. You have to look at one of those major systems, or whether it be exercise, eating, sleeping, and getting your rest. I mean, there's a whole list of other ones. I mean, we could talk about getting plenty of water, and also having good relationships with people, forgiveness. There's a whole list of things as far as cutting down your stress. But if stress in your job is kind of the main issue, you've got to have outlets. Make sure you have a hobby. They say now that if you don't have a hobby, that if you're just one of those workaholics, your chances of stress is up by around 80%. And then your chances of having a stroke, of course, can go up too. So it's really about lifestyle. It's just about managing your overall lifestyle. 888-283-7272. Give us a call. Be a part of the show, or go to the website. Go to InShapeNetwork.com. It's all health on demand. So on your iPhone, your tablet, your smart TV, if you want to watch our daily television show that's syndicated nationally around the country, and our brand new content that we're producing, all of that is at InShapeNetwork.com. You can check it out there as well. Let's go to Stan. Hi, Stan.
Just want to get some help on, I've got a my short-term memory is really, really bad. I've got central apnea, and my doctors told me that one of the biggest side effects is short-term memory loss. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do to make it better, because it's getting to be pretty annoying and frustrating at times.
Well, I'm sure. And short-term memory actually can be helped quite a bit through brain exercises. We have a great system in our body, in our brain, called plasticity. And the plasticity is pretty amazing. So you can actually go in and doing like crossword puzzles, but reading books on a regular basis, working on retention is very, very helpful. From a nutritional side, there is a great product called Alpha Brain. And the Alpha Brain it's by a company called Onnit. It is amazing. They've got natural whole food ingredients in there that will increase your overall memory. Plus, don't forget about omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D. Puts another hour in the charts. I want to thank our producer, Jay Patrick, engineer John Garrison, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on the show. Together, we can transform the health of our friends, our families, and our communities. You're listening to the show that helps you get well, stay well, and live well, where we're diagnosing hope one person at a time.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.